Yeah. Oh, VC's gone.
Listen,
Sweet Tea scammed the
the
company.
show is not boring. Tech is the showrunner. He's going through a lot right now. Things were really messy today. Our focus was on a lot of different other things. Normally, Tech sends us a whole novel of what the show's going to be about. That didn't happen today. We have to be light on him, okay? Lighten up a little bit.
Okay. Thanks. Appreciate that. It is my fault, everybody. Hello. Amber, I wanted to ask you.
Heck,
What are the big
Community Manager Lynn. Deflection Lynn. It's everyone else's fault but me, Lynn. That's the Amberlynn we got on Monday night's episode of Lolcow Bus. Tech goes right into the VC talk because Amberlynn's got some explaining to do. And oh boy, did she embarrass herself as this episode went on. Alright, let's get into the first set of tall tales Amberlynn has about this whole doxing situation in the VC and how she is absolutely not a part of it at all but knows all the details.
We've lost the bus VC again. Who'da thunk?
It was only a matter of time.
Obviously, if you know our show, we're going to talk about it. Always something happening in that Discord VC. It will come back probably. Fingers crossed. Who knows? Amber, you seem to be around, the whole controversy around the VC. Do you want to tell us what happened this morning?
I woke up to a shit show. I was being blamed for doxing that happened last night, and I was so beyond confused, genuinely. I ended up going into a private meeting with a few viewers, which was weird, and then a few hosts, and I ended up having a whole BPD in there. I started yelling, cussing at Keem. Me and Xylee had our first argument. I'm not going to go into detail because it felt like a meeting, right? So I don't want to reveal anything, but turns out, while I was sleeping, so that's the only time I can think it happened, because all three of us last night were in that VC till 5 a.m. I don't know what was going on, but we were all there, right? And me and Fupa left. I left before Fupa, and then Fupa left right after me. And
I left at 5 a.m. and everything was chill in there.
Yeah. So there was just politic arguments, but that's the only arguments that happened last night, right? So, supposedly someone is soft doxing, but I am being blamed for it. And then there's this girl named Katie who the fuck are you? I don't know who you are, bitch. You aren't on my radar. I don't know who you are.
This is the woman who is doxed, and this is how Amberlynn is speaking about her. Please let that sink in, because that's going to pretty much sum up how the entire conversation goes.
She's in Maine telling everybody that I doxed her, asked for her full name. I don't even know who this person is.
Now,
and everyone is believing it. So it's become this fucking shit show, bro. I don't give a fuck what your name is.
Yeah, so Katie...
Here is Katie. That's all I care about. I don't give a fuck.
Katie is the recently, she's been made an intern by Keemstar, I think a week ago. Is that right? Last week? So
She's gonna get banned.
Oh, look, another intern. Amberlynn is gonna go get fired. One of the most interesting things that I thought about when Amberlynn joined the LCU was I thought it was gonna be so interesting to see how she works with other people. And it's going just how I expected it to go, where she's literally threatening everyone at every turn for her own faults. Love that for her. And also, I just love how Amberlynn is like, oh, I want to be in charge of this one thing. And something goes wrong with that one thing. And now it's like, why are you acting like I was the one in charge of it?
Because she is harassing me.
It really is Amberlynn's world, and we're all just living in it. A person gets doxxed by Amberlynn or Amberlynn's little Am babies, and immediately it goes to, I'm the victim. I'm the one being harassed. And this person seems more upset than me, so how can I make it more about me? Oh, I know. I'll just tell the victim that I'm the one that's actually in fear.
I would like for her to come up. She's an intern.
Well, Katie, if you're available. Katie!
I didn't even get a choice. Wonderful. Thank you.
Hi, Katie. Well, there is an LCU thing where if a host or intern is being talked about on a show, they can be dragged in. You can choose to leave or whatever. But Amber says she's gonna have you banned.
I'd love to see that.
Katie, question for you. Well, I want you to turn on that camera first. I want to have a discussion.
I'm not
with
doing
you.
anything that you were telling me, Amber.
Okay, can one of you tell her, please, to turn on her camera? She's on a primetime show.
On your camera, you're an intern.
Of course, Fupa, I would love to.
Thank you, Katie.
All right, so we already have step one. It's pettiness. All right.
You had me doxxed, so let's not go there, okay? Let's not talk about petty.
Hi,
When
baby
you
girl.
wanted my full
Hi,
legal
stupid
name.
little intern.
When
Hi,
you
baby
wanted my
girl.
full legal
I
name.
want
Don't
to
baby girl
know.
me. Don't
I
baby girl
want to
me.
know
I'm not your
the
fucking
proof.
child. I'm
Where's
not your
the
child.
proof?
I'm not your child, Amber.
Where's the proof?
Where I don't know. The bus VC got deleted, so and who's
Where's
at fault
the
for that?
proof
Who's at
that
fault for
I,
that?
Amberlynn
Who's at fault
Reid?
for that? Let's talk about that.
Okay,
Who's at
so
fault for
if
the
we're
chat
not going to
getting
be able
deleted?
to have a conversation, then I don't want her on here. Like she's
Okay, that's fine.
can't
Hey,
even
can
have
we
a
let
fucking
Katie
conversation.
explain
Okay,
like
so-
what happened from her point of view?
Yeah, what is this about getting doxxed?
So, essentially, what happened is that there was someone who posted a Facebook thing in the Bus VC, like, what, 2 weeks ago, Amber? I don't know, you seem to have a weird sense of time, but apparently 2 weeks ago. Or a month ago, depending on when you ask her. Then I go into that private Facebook thing, because I happen to be a part of it. I make a comment on someone else's post. Amber then is told that by someone else that there's like this post that is happening. She asks for unredacted full legal names of the people in a private Facebook group who are apparently talking badly about her, and that makes her really upset. Then, like next day, I come into the Bus VC, think nothing has happened, whatever, who cares? And then Amber asks me to pull up my Facebook because she wants to check whether or not I was the one leaking. Or something else. I show her the private, like the comment that I made on this Facebook post that's redacted, only to find out that you were sent the full unredacted version, and then that is sent in the Bus VC, and you're told about it and do nothing about it. My full legal name is posted in your Bus VC, and you do nothing for hours. You are a doxer, you are disgusting, and I had sympathy for you before, I fucking hate you now, okay? I don't want to have this conversation. It's fucking 3 a.m. Bye, Amber. I'm done.
I didn't even get to respond to her.
What is your
How
response?
is she supposed to be an intern if she can't even have a normal conversation between two people?
It seems like, she's fairly emotional about what's going on. If what she's saying is accurate, then, people were putting her full name in the side chat of the Bus VC.
I love how in that entire interaction, it never once crossed Amberlynn's mind that the reason the other person is upset is because they're the ones who it's actually been doxxed. Because to Amberlynn, it's always like, well, I mean, it happens to me all the time. I can't go to bingo in peace. People bring up my dead cat every day and point out the reason my girlfriend calls me Porcahonis has nothing to do with the fact that I'm half Portuguese and half French. That's literally what she tells people now, how Tommy came up with the name Porcahonis.
If we assume that's true,
I never asked for someone's full name to ever be put in the Bus VC.
Did you ask them to get the unredacted post of that Facebook group?
There is literally a screenshot of me saying, why are people in the Facebook group protected, but why are not people in the Discord protected? People have taken that and turned it into like, oh, Amberlynn's asking for proof of this and that. So there is a particular person, I'm not going to say her name, in the Discord that was the one who would go to the Facebook and like see this and that, right? She would always redact the names. And when she said she does that just for like comfortability, I left it at it as is. We have private messages literally talking about this.
So what you're telling us is you have another Alexis who is giving you private information of the people you don't like that you never asked for, but you get minute by minute plays of everything. I literally can't help it if people send me full doxes. I cut this part out, but there was literally a part in the live stream where Amberlynn talks about how she will cut people off in the VC, or when she had the VC, if they were getting too personal with her because, boundaries. But people can DM her private information that they got by creeping on private Facebook groups. But that's not too far. That's, she can't help it if people send her those things.
I've never once told her, unredact a name. I don't give a what your name is. I do not give a what your name is. I don't care where you live. I don't care where you come from. Nothing.
Now, there was a confrontation between Amberlynn and Rosie from Lolcow Glass during this whole situation, but I'm going to save that for another video because I'm very interested to see how Lolcow Glass is going to respond. But basically, Rosie just spent the whole time calling out Amberlynn and her past doxing and how she can stop pretending to act brand new. My next set of clips is intern Katie coming back and Amber and her going round 2. And yes, it does end with Amberlynn spiraling.
Stop
Team
losing
on
on this topic.
just honestly fire me at this point, like truly
Oh.
wholeheartedly, because it is my word, which is the fucking truth, with zero proof from all these fucking people who go. I dealt with this in Girl World, and I'm not dealing with it here. So I'm like, literally, just fire me at this point, because if Keem genuinely believed that I was a doxer, he would have fired me. Does he love this for the drama? Yeah. But does he actually believe it? No.
You're so
Or I would not
fucking
be
smug,
here.
bro. You're so fucking smug.
I'm smug because
Yes.
I'm telling the truth.
I'm sorry.
bitch.
I'm sorry if you don't know what the term means, because you know you got
No,
a
I
little
know
piece of
exactly
brain in that body.
And
but
I'm telling you, I'm smug because I'm right. Fupa, Tech, they're also in the VC. Fucking host,
oh, just
also
how
in the
speaking
VC.
of the
I've
VC,
never,
weren't you
I
in the VC?
soul to
Weren't
dox
you in the
anyone.
VC? Weren't you in the VC talking about how? Because I understand whatever you want to cause drama and shit on Bus, but you were in the VC literally saying, knowing what the Tech is going through right now, you're literally saying that, oh, we shouldn't even have him. I don't like him. Me and Fupa could run this shit by ourselves. You're disgusting. You're a disgusting human being. You rolled your eyes at somebody for fucking literally being away from work, losing a parent. Like, you're gross. You're gross. And now look at what you're doing at Tech. You're nasty.
He's not dead yet. All right, it's close, but
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. I would never wish that on anybody. I would never speak that into existence. I'm talking about Zay.
Oh, okay.
The way you
So,
treat Zay was
Between the two of these
disgusting.
situations, or how you fucking made the comment about Fupa being attracted to an old man who had a heart attack. Whether or not you knew this, Phantom has had fucking health problems having to do with his heart. Like, you're disgusting.
So people in the fucking VC were like, did you mean it? Did you mean that you wanted to kick Tech? And I was like, nah. I was just having entertainment. I was razzing Fupa. I was razzing Tech. That's what I do here.
That's not
That
what I
is
said.
what I do here. You weren't there.
My crown was in there. My crown was literally sitting in there. And typed it to me verbatim. But okay, go ahead.
Okay, so your crown is leaking stuff that also isn't even true. Thank you for letting me know. I will let Keem know.
I love how earlier Amber was like, I can't help it if people send me docs information. I just can't help it. And then Rosie's like, yeah, one of my people told me this. Oh, so people are telling you secrets? Oh, well, I'm just going to have to let our boss know about that. Keemstar will be hearing about this. I mean, you know, in another life, Amberlynn probably would have been a top tier HR see you next Tuesday without a doubt. All right, now we can get into the Katie stuff. I just couldn't not let that one clip from Rosie play because she was cooking, and Amberlynn needs to be told about herself, even though we all know she ain't listening. I'll go more into the Rosie and Amberlynn showdown in my next upload because I want to focus on the Katie versus Amber stuff that's going on in this one, because it kind of loops after a while. I mean, that's kind of goes without saying with Lolcow Bus. Everything's a freaking loop. But I do think the interaction between Amber and Katie is very interesting because, you know, this is a viewer who also happens to be interning. And Amberlynn wastes no time trying to assert her authority over this woman, even though this woman has clearly been wronged. Regardless if she was on a Facebook group talking shit. I mean, if Amber was truly putting a stop to that kind of stuff, people would already know not to even try to DM her with that type of nonsense, nor should there be screenshots of her further engaging in it.
Katie, hello.
Hello.
Amber was requesting you come back to talk about your point of view on this.
I'll try not to scream.
I don't
If it's late.
know.
But
I
sure.
don't know if I did that. I think it might have been Rosie, but I kicked Rosie. F that bitch.
Yeah, you said, I wish Katie was up here to explain that I never asked for her to leak her own shit.
Yeah, Katie, I need
Do you
you to
want to
know.
repeat that? Do you want to
I
repeat
need
that?
you.
Because
I
I can
need
send
you
a
to.
screenshot.
Okay, so every time you come up on here, you don't let me speak. I want you to know that I am a host. You're an
Okay,
intern who
Porky.
won't be
Go
intern
ahead.
for
Go
long.
ahead, Porky.
If this Katie intern lady, if this Katie girl, and if this Katie woman ends up fired from their internship role, that means that's the second person that we know about that Amberlynn has personally gotten fired from working in the LCU because she's felt disrespected. She's literally that old South Park Cartman meme where he's like, respect my authority. I also love how Amberlynn is pretending like she didn't run that VC like a power trip. It was her own little kingdom.
Amberlynn Reid, did not ask for your information.
Yes, you did.
If I would have, it would be out there. There would be proof of it.
She literally admitted earlier in the live stream that people were personally going out and seeking people's names in the Discord and finding them on Facebook and
Amber,
giving
not
them
everything
to her.
you say gets screenshotted. You do realize that, right?
People are recording the VC all day and all night. I want you to know that.
Amberlynn is so manipulative. You know, if that girl was to give her anything immediately, Amberlynn would be like, oh, proof. You're the one who's been recording the BC. This is all a setup. I've been scammed. You're a scammer. We're kicking you out of the LCU forever. That's exactly how that would go. She thinks she's slick. And she
Anytime
really
I get in an argument or say something that's a little off kilter, that is recorded.
Okay.
There is no proof that I
No,
did that.
it totally
Because let
didn't
me tell
happen.
you
No,
why.
it totally
Let
didn't
me
happen.
tell you why.
Didn't happen.
I don't give a fuck what your name is.
Didn't happen.
Yet someone in your Discord, the one you're responsible for, the one you've been bragging about how it's been so good since you took over, private information was publicly posted and you didn't delete it, nor was there anyone else around to delete it. So yeah, no wonder you're getting yelled at by everyone because you're the one in the wrong. You took the responsibility on to run this Discord, so you get to deal with the fallout
but
of
I
you
don't
it.
do,
give a
though.
flying rat's ass what your name
Because
is.
you asked the person, I'm not going to say her name, but you asked her to unredact names in a Facebook, a private Facebook. So
Where
you do
did I
apparently
ask
care
her?
what my, and you
Where
also did,
did I
I'm going to
ask
let you
her?
speak, you let me speak too, please. You also asked me to send my Facebook so you could see a comment that I made because you wanted to know if I was the doxer. I asked you if I
Where
was
did I ask
allowed.
her
I
to
asked you if I was
unredact her name?
allowed.
Where did
Porky,
I
I'm not
ask
done.
her?
Porky, I'm not done.
Where did
I asked you.
Amberlynn is always the one who tells on herself. I love how the story went from, I have absolutely no idea what was going on. I've been sleeping all day. I just woke up to a whole shitstorm. I got no idea. I'm just an innocent little baby. I was just taking a nap, having a snack, and waiting for me to get on my show. Now the story has shifted to, well, I didn't ask that person to send me your private information. Do you have proof? Does she have proof? If you do, you better show it to me now. If not, you're a
Porky,
liar.
I'm not done. I asked you if I could redact my own name because you wanted my Facebook.
Where
Okay?
did I ask her?
Bitch,
Where's
I don't
the
have
proof?
a screenshot. I don't screenshot chat. I'm not a leaker. I don't sit
There
there and
are
screenshot
haters.
everything.
There are haters lurking everywhere. If I said, "Hey, give me that bitch's real name," there would be proof.
Mm-hmm.
Katie, are you referring to the screenshot?
Would.
Are you referring to the screenshot where Amber was like, "Why are we protecting the Facebook people?"
No, I'm referring to a comment I made about Naked Mole Rat.
Oh.
Because I made a comment, someone made a post about Naked Mole Rat, and I commented something under there saying it was a bait because we know this bitch didn't have any friends growing up because she was foster homing over and over. And also she's told us way too much about her sex life, so we would know. And then someone told Amber that I was leaking, and then I was confused, asking if it was that, and Amber was like, give me your Facebook so I can go check. Show me the comment. Even asking me to give my full legal name, which I then had to ask very politely, begging on my hands and knees for Porky Lynn Reid, if I could redact my own name. And I also think it's really funny that 10 minutes after the person who is in the recording that you guys heard
Wait, you asked me? Wait, hold on. You asked me to redact your whole name?
No, I asked you if I could redact my own name.
What did I say?
You said, yeah, sure.
Anytime Amberlynn thinks she has a solid gotcha, it always ends up backfiring on her, and she just exposes herself by trying to get this girl on a gotcha with the whole like, oh, so you gave me the information voluntarily. She just freaking proved that Amberlynn was given the information. And you really think Amberlynn wasn't holding the whole like, if you don't give me your full stop, I'm gonna kick you from the VC and you'll never be on this Discord, and again, and probably threatening a whole other bunch of crazy delusional shit?
I said, yeah.
But it's
Didn't
funny
I?
though. It's funny though that it then was unredacted. How did you get the unredacted version, Amber? How did you get the
Click
unredacted
it,
version?
clock it, clock it, click it.
Who asked for the unredacted version? And why would that be posted? Because it
I
had
have
nothing to do with
never
anything.
asked for an unredacted
You
version
haven't?
of
You haven't?
anything.
Oh, you haven't? Let's pull up the screenshots again of you saying that they should unredact because nobody protects people in VC. Let's pull up that screenshot again, please, Tech.
You want to pull that up
you.
again? Where did I
I'm
say let's
begging you.
unredact? Let's pull it up again. Where did I say let's unredact? Pull it up again.
I mean, Amberlynn's word games is quite a masterclass because it just loops and loops and loops until you have no idea what's going on anymore. Because that chick wasn't super specific and she kind of fucked up a little bit, now Amberlynn just going to focus on this one part, even though it's just making her look silly as hell. Because it's just admitting she did what they're saying she did. She may not have been the one who posted the docs. I don't think she was. But, you know, it was her VC. It was her people. Like, even Fupa makes a comment about it. I don't know if I have that clip in here. I might have cut it, and it's so far back in the editing, I don't want to go back and look. But even Fupa called Amber out with being like, hey, when you say certain things, that's going to incite your audience to do certain things. Like, you know how Girl World works. You know how your fan base gets. So if you're dissatisfied with someone, you know your people are going to go after them. And of course, Amberlynn had no comment.
Pull it up again.
Okay, I can pull it up again.
Pull it up again.
Okay, give him a minute.
No, I'm fucking. Fupa, come on now. I know you
Wait,
hate
but
me,
also-
but have I ever even alluded one time that I wanted to know anyone's personal anything?
You literally
I don't give
threatened
a
to say her full name.
Screenshot.
You threatened Fupa to say her full name on live chat whenever you guys are arguing. Shut the fuck up. You have bought or you have facilitated people, your best friend at the time, to go buy information from Mr. Snowflake and Jordy and then bring it up whenever they don't like you or say something you don't agree with. You were literally... You are a doxer. You do this and you've done this for so long. Let's talk about Damian White. Let's talk about your other sock account. Let's talk about Michael Miller that recently added me on Facebook. Please, oh God. Because you're sad.
Okay.
I literally can't with this person. Literally cannot. She's saying I did something without there being any proof.
I think people took the comment that you said about, like, why are we protecting those people? They took that as unredact the photo.
They did.
Ah, there's that clip I was talking about. I thought I had it, but because I hadn't seen it yet or remembered it, I was just like, oh, maybe I'm just tired because I am very tired. But if the drama isn't going to stop, neither am I. Amberlynn doesn't understand that it's not necessarily people are calling her out for doxing specifically, like her calling in these certain actions. It's the fact that she knows people in her circle are doing these types of things and she's not putting a stop to it. She said it herself. Oh, this stuff all happened like a week or two ago. Why is it just coming out now? And it's like, because you didn't nip it in the bud when you had it a chance. So now it exploded and now you got to deal with the wreckage. And it's still burning hot. So until next time, I'm Rin and this has been the Cool Logs. I'll see you on the next upload.